Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you are here. You guys, today I'm doing the video in the daytime. What? Crazy. Today I wanted to do a video. The topic was recommended to me by JJ. Shout out JJ. Thank you so much for recommending this. He says, why we shouldn't be afraid of others' judgment. Okay, so why shouldn't we be afraid of other judgments? So first of all, let me tell you the cards that we got. So we got the Two of Wands. Then we got the Chariot card. And I had to pick another card. Got the Devil card. So here's the interpretation. First of all, to judge others is to judge ourselves. So I really want you to always remember that when you're with somebody and they're judging somebody, it's because they are judging themselves. They're seeing an aspect of themselves projected in somebody else. Okay, granted that the other person is not just like being a straight up asshole. Okay, and obviously you can just like not like somebody or like not want to be around them. You don't have to judge them for that. Okay, maybe they had something wrong with them, growing up, or maybe they don't get a lot of attention if they feel like they need attention, or maybe it's a mechanism for them to whatever, XYZ. So we're not judging them. You don't have to associate with them. Okay, but we're not judging them, right? And so when okay, let me go into the cards. All right, so if we look at the Two of Wands here, he's sort of looking out onto the world, looking out at everything that matters. And what is something that doesn't matter? Other people's judgment of us. Why should that matter to us? Why does it matter to us? And so people project their insecurities onto others. We judge others a certain way, and then we assume that they are judging us as well. So I remember, I'll just use the topic. I remember I was working out with JJ. All right, he's my workout buddy, my best friend, and I was talking to him, and then he was saying something like, "Oh no, it's like, oh, I can't do that because it's weird. Everyone's gonna judge me." I'm like, who here is gonna judge you? Who here cares what you were doing? Really, who cares that much? Like, whatever you're doing. And then I was like, well, and then I said, okay, well, to judge others is to judge ourselves. So why do you assume other people are judging you? He goes, oh, maybe because he would judge other people who were doing that. But then I was like, but would you? Because he's not that type of person. He's like, well, no, not really. So it's just our own insecurities. We think that other people are, judging us, And he was telling me that he was like, before I met you recently, we were squatting and like sitting on the floor because our legs were dead. And he was like, before I would have never just like sat on the floor at the gym before because it looks weird. And I'm just like, bro, nobody, literally, we're looking around. Nobody cared at all. Nobody cares, really. Nobody cares. And once you realize that nobody really cares, unless you were somebody super important, they're not going to remember you and they're not going to care what you do unless you have this meaningful impact on them in a positive or a negative way. They're not going to go home and think about, oh my gosh, I saw Blaine sitting on the floor at the gym. Like, what a idiot. What a crazy person. No, they're not going to care. They're going to be like, oh, he's tired from working out. Of course he's going to sit on the floor. It's not a big deal. And so when we start to really realize this and incorporate this into our lives, then our lives really start to change because we don't have this fear of judgment from other people. We can do things that we want to do, without like feeling like we're looking weird. If you think of somebody who has like lots of confidence, or think of somebody who puts themselves all out there and they don't care, they want to have a good time regardless, kind of like riding a scooter in the middle, of the street or something like that, or on the sidewalk. Like, do you think people are going to look at them? Well, probably because they're doing something different. You think they're going to judge them for that? Well, maybe if they're judging themselves, because if they were doing that thing, they would feel like everybody's looking at them and judging them. Where in reality, if you think of this confident person that you can imagine somebody in real life doing that, they don't care if anybody's judging them. They're like, damn, I'm riding a scooter. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying life, So it's okay to let loose a little bit, be your crazy, goofy self. Life is about being goofy and enjoying each other, enjoying yourself, and not feeling weird and not feeling so much judgment from other people. Okay, a little exercise you can do is imagine yourself being wrapped by divine golden ribbon all around your body, and just wrapping your whole body and tightly squeezing you in there. Okay, and protecting you from any negative feelings, any negative judgment from anybody. Okay, and this is going to help you feel better too. Okay, so Every time you look at somebody and you subconsciously, because this is programmed into our brain, okay, from a very young age, from schooling, from watching TV, watching everything, we're programmed to think of things that are weird, so to say, or cringe, so to say, and making fun of somebody for that. When in reality, maybe that person is just enjoying themselves. In one of my group chats, somebody sent a video of this girl being a little wild on TikTok, okay, saying some stuff that's not hurting anybody. She was just being a little crazy, okay, being a little goofy. And my friends and I was just like, who cares? Like, when I watch that, I don't feel secondhand cringe. When I watch videos on Instagram, on TikTok of people who are, doing embarrassing things or maybe embarrassing themselves, I don't feel cringe from that. I'm just like, they're enjoying their life, okay? They are having fun. They're not hurting anybody. They're just doing what they want to do. They're being a little bit goofy, being a little bit crazy, and who cares, okay? I grew up so goofy, so crazy. I would say crazy stuff. I made very cringy videos all the time. I would say very cringy things all the time. And who cares? Okay. I was just being myself. I was having fun. And yes, I was so sensitive and I was so hurt when anybody bullied me, but like that's a part of life. And so now every time I see somebody being a little crazy, I'm just like, good for you. Let me do that too. Let me try to do that. Like, good for you. I'm on your side, because we should allow people to be and express themselves in a way that makes them happy, right? So if we go back to the cards here, oh no, one last thing. Every time you see somebody, because it's so programmed into our brains to just judge people right away, okay? Because maybe back in the day it saved us from something. If somebody's doing something a little crazy, maybe they will be dangerous to us, okay? So, but now we don't really need that as much. Obviously, trust your intuition and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, like, if they're just being a little goofy, don't judge them for that. Every time you see somebody being a little crazy, being a little bit goofy or whatever, and you judge them subconsciously, I want you to reframe that and reframe it and be like, you know what, good for them. They're expressing themselves. Good for them. They're being unapologetically themselves, good for them. And I want you to think of something that you like, a quality that you like in that person, and then find the quality that you like in yourself. And when you do judge somebody as well, I want you to look at yourself. If I put myself in that person's shoes, how do I feel? Why do I feel insecure? And I want you to change that. I want you to remember that nobody really cares, okay? We're all in this world together. We're all just trying to do our own thing and just go on our own path and rein our emotions in, okay? You think of all the hustlers, right? And you think of all the people who work really hard and they don't care what other people think of them. And look how far in life they get. And look how much happier they are as well. They're so much happier because they don't care about the opinions of others, okay? Do you think a lion cares about the opinions of a sheep? No, he doesn't, because he's a lion. He doesn't care what a sheep thinks, okay? He doesn't care. He's the one who's going after the things that he wants, right? And lastly, I want you guys to never judge others, okay? Because to judge others is to judge yourselves, okay? And it's important that we don't give our power away to other people by assuming they are judging us. Don't assume somebody is judging you just because you would judge them if they were in your shoes or if you were in their shoes, Don't ever assume that. Because in reality, everyone is going through their own life decisions and their own life, and they have their own shit to worry about, and it's not going to matter at the end of the day, okay? Unless you have a positive or a very negative impact on somebody, they're not going to remember it. When you're presenting in front of a class, okay, nobody's going to remember your presentation unless you were very, if you were just the same, nobody is judging you for the mistakes you make. Nobody's gonna go 5 years later and remember, oh my gosh, I remember when Blaine presented that one time, he said this and it was wrong, or he stuttered and he said something else, and I remember that 5 years. No, nobody cares. They're all going through their own life experiences. They're all just trying to make it through whatever they're going through. They're all just trying to live a happy life, okay? They're not gonna remember. Okay, I promise you guys, they're not going to remember. And if they do, good for them. They have a great memory. Also, they just don't care. I'm sorry, but nobody really cares that much. Okay, so that's why you should have a positive impact on people. And that's why you should do the things that make you happy, because it's not hurting anybody else and nobody really cares. All right, so once you realize that, once you accept that, the art of not caring about what other people think and not judging others, it starts with ourselves. Do not judge yourself, because judging yourself is judging others. So every time you catch yourself judging yourself, oh, I feel weird doing this. So I want you to keep doing that. Okay, I want you to keep doing that and force yourself to do that, because it doesn't matter. Okay, it's not going to make a difference on you. It's not going to make a difference on, how people perceive you. you know, once you get to know somebody, you know, your judgments of them fall away. So it doesn't matter, you know, how they act before, you know, it doesn't matter how they act in the world, okay, and how they express themselves. Because when you get to know somebody, when you develop a connection with them, that is what matters. That is what truly matters. And the only people that should matter are the people in your life that care about you and love you, okay? And that's why you should care about yourself and love yourself as well. So that was what I got for you guys today. Please like this video if you like this video. Comment down below if any of this resonated with you. Let me know how you like this style of video. If you guys want to see anything in particular, also comment that down below. You guys, I love you so much. I'm gonna give you a big kiss, you guys, and I will talk to you soon.